Welcome back, it's Doug MPA. We all know that Donald Trump won the election last week, and the left is still reeling from it. All the liberal tears are absolutely beautiful. Yeah, well, they have bigger problems on their hands right now in the short term because the Kamala Harris campaign is $20 million in debt. Oh my goodness. They raised over $1 billion, and they're $20 million in debt. So we're going to look at this news story about the Harris campaign and their debt. Before I get into this, like the video, subscribe, drop a comment. I really appreciate it. It shows you support me, what I'm doing over here. And guys, put in the comments where you think all this money went. Where did it all go? $1 billion. Let's get into this.
And the Harris campaign now in debt, $20 million. Lindy Lee, one member of the DNC's finance committee, says she and others were misled about the vice president's chance of winning the election. Lee says she helped raise millions for the campaign and now has to explain to donors why Harris lost. Just one.
I'd hate to have her job because she drank that Kool-Aid. She's like, it's time for men to step aside and let a woman lead. She's a woman of color. She's so strong. She's so independent. Yeah, and now she has to do the long walk to the big office and explain what happened.
One example of their spending. The Harris campaign spent $450,000 a day. This was on ads displayed in Las Vegas. And now staff members and vendors are worried they may not get paid.
And the vendors and staff might not get paid?
Jesus H. Christ.
Ugh.
News Nation's Kelly Meyer has been following this story and joins us live from the White House with the very latest. Kelly?
Yeah, the election may be over, but the mountain of debt from the short-lived campaign isn't going away fast enough for them. The Harris campaign trying to dig out of debt nearly a week after their resounding loss. And much of the spending was on digital media advertising, polling, and travel from state to state. According to the reports, the Harris campaign spending six figures building a set for Harris's appearance on the Call Her Daddy podcast with host Alex Cooper.
So the Call Her Daddy podcast, I think it's on the West Coast, but Kamala Harris didn't want to travel to the West Coast. So that they flew the host in and recreated a set for Harris to do the interview with this woman, and the set cost $100,000. Oh my gosh.
A source familiar with the campaign confirming to News Nation the reporting that the Harris campaign was $20 million in the hole after November 5th. And even though the campaign took in at least $1 billion and reported $118 million in the bank as of October 16th, they're still seeing that $20 million in the hole. Another big ticket price, the $15 million the Harris campaign spent on event production. That also went towards the celebrity performances leading up to the election, like that election eve rally with Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, Ricky Martin. And Harris also reportedly paid $1 million to Harpo Productions, that's owned by Oprah. Oprah, we know, did a town hall with Harris back in September and appeared with Harris at her election eve rally in Philadelphia.
Guys, only $15 million on celebrities?
Liar!
It's a lot more than that, guys. Come on now. To get Beyonce to even step foot in that building, I guarantee you it was $15 million for that. Taylor Swift's endorsement? Come on, guys. It was a lot more than that. $15 million.
And one GOP strategist putting it to us this way today, saying, quote, damned if you do, damned if you don't, giving the example of John Kerry having been criticized for still having $14 million unspent after his 2004 campaign. The strategist, though, called Harris's debt, quote, egregious, and that they were panic spending in the very end. Kelly.
In the very end, they were panic spending because they knew.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
They knew that Trump was going to win, guys. I guarantee you at least a couple weeks out, they're like, we're screwed. So that's why they were spending all that money.
Kelly.
So, Kelly, how is the campaign trying to make up these losses now?
Well, we know that they are still fundraising despite the loss, sending out these emails you could see asking to donate to the Harris Fight Fund program. What's interesting to point out is that the donations to the Harris presidential campaign are being partially redirected toward a vote recount effort.
Wait, you can fundraise for a campaign after the race is over? Really? Did you guys know that was a thing? Could you imagine They're trying to get you to pay $50 to the Harris campaign after she lost.
So when you click donate, that link takes you to the Act Blue website. And the fine print suggests that the vice president's campaign might be launching a recount effort allocated to the Harris for President's recount account is where the money would go. And Donald Trump, we know, won the election with 312 electoral college votes, including in all 7 battleground states. The president-elect has since suggested Republicans might help cover the Democrats' debts, writing on Truth Social over the weekend, quote, now they are being squeezed by vendors and others. Whatever we can do to help them during this difficult period, I would strongly recommend we, as a party and for the sake of desperately needed unity, do.
What a troll by Donald Trump. Do you think that that's real, guys? Let's all come together and help my rival who I defeated pay off their debts.
So no word yet if President-elect Trump has followed through on that Truth Social post. Kelly.
All right. Maybe a nice unity moment. Kelly Meyer, thank you.
So, $20 million in debt. So, in 100 and some odd days, they spent $1 billion and then 20 more million in debt. I think it was all on these celebrities. They had that Avengers call with Robert Downey Jr., Scarlett Johansson, Mark Ruffalo, Chris Evans caping for Kamala. I guarantee you that was 10 million by itself, 15 million by itself. They all drank the Kool-Aid, guys. Now the left have nothing but a big L and a whole bunch of debt. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Like the video, subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one.